Hey everybody, Grozz here, Grozz Sports Gaming, and we are on Tommy Vogel's Wrestling's Finest to do the next block of matches in my Grozz-1 tournament. Whoops. I'll eventually make a playlist, and you can go back and see all the matches and stuff that have already been ran in this series. This is basically like the G1 Climax in Japan, except it's using 80s wrestlers from the a bunch of the promotions from back in the 80s. WWF, AWA, UWF, World Class, Jim Crockett. I think I have 5 total. And I'm here to do the next bunch. So let's go to Master Classic. We're on Dusty Rhodes. And he will be fighting Manny Fernandez. No, not Jeff Gaylord. Manny Fernandez. Was it this one? View card. Nope. Don't have the stats for him. I'm guessing it's this one. Yep. Okay. Here we go. Manny Fernandez, 83 plus. Dusty Rhodes, the American Dream. So it's the American Dream, the Raging Bull, Jim Crockett Promotions fighting each other. Wager the farm, barn, and both tractors on Dusty Rhodes. No way he loses this match. All right, we'll see. Here we go. Disqualify. No, he's going to use a thing. Manny Fernandez tried the football tackle. Dusty had it scouted. I always love that. He had it scouted. He's been watching the film. I always love that. Dusty with a single leg Boston Crab for damage. Dusty with the sleeper just for damage. So he's wearing Manny down. Manny, okay, gonna block the DQ. Manny blocks the shuffle punch. He's well prepared. He's seeing the footage. Manny uses a flying mare. He's going for the pinfall. 1, 2. Ooh, Dusty kicks out, but only just. Dusty's got, after a body slam, he's using the ropes. 1. No. 1 count. These guys are faces. They're not going to call for help. Plus, that would give him a DQ loss. It'd be stupid. Manny with a high vertical suplex, going for the pinfall. 1, 2, 3. Dusty Rhodes gets pinned. In 8 minutes and 40 seconds. What just happened? What? 2.5 star match. Manny Fernandez is a tough dude. People don't give him a lot of credit. He doesn't, like, if you're talking about the greats of the 80s, yeah, he's probably not one of those, but he's a guy that he was a good, good dude to have on the card and in the locker room, and he was a tough match. He was a lot better than he's given credit for. I mean, he just pinned Dusty Rhodes clean. I didn't say this at the top because it's brand new, but this is my wrestling series will now from here on out be called Lacing Up the Boots. Lacing Up the Boots. That'll be the playlist that I put this under. So hope everybody likes that. For boxing, I've got Have Gloves Will Travel, and here it's Lacing Up the Boots. All right, up next we have Eddie Hot Stuff Gilbert. And he will be fighting. Ooh. The one-man gang. UWF. I'm not doing managers in this tournament. All right, Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert versus the one-man gang. These two are so close you could flip a coin to decide this matchup. All right, here we go. Heel, heel. I predict a DQ of some sort. Probably something's where one of them gets crazy and throws the other one over the top rope. But all right, here we go. One-man gang, after some turnbuckle smashes, goes for the pin. 1. Count. One-man gang jumps from the ropes and delivers a flying punch. Boy, do I want to see that happen. Goes for the pin. No, Gilbert is like, nah, come on, man. One-man gang, after the illegal throat chop, is going for another pin. He's trying to end it quick. 1. Count. Gilbert's like, I'm a little too, too tough for this. You got to beat me down some, gang. Eddie Gilbert uses a extremely painful arm breaker for damage. And there it is. They're outside the ring beating each other. They're struggling to make it back in the ring. Eddie Gilbert stumbles back in the ring at the 9 count. One-man gang is counted out. Gilbert wins by count out. In 6 minutes and 19 seconds. And that one gets a half star. And I agree with that because that was, wow. Post-match action, why not, from the one-man gang. Nope, they stare, nothing. All right, move on from that. Dud. Okay, now we have Hercules Hernandez. Yeah, and he is going to fight everybody's favorite poet, Leaping Lanny Poffo, who later becomes the Genius, but this is Leaping Lanny Poffo. I don't know if anybody remembers Leaping Lanny Poffo, but he would come to the ring and he'd have like a frisbee in his hand, and he had written like a poem. I don't know who wrote the poems. I don't know if he did it or not. But he would read off the poem and then he'd whip the frisbee into the crowd. It was funny. And obviously, I don't know, well, maybe not obviously, but this is Randy Savage's brother. Randy Savage was Randy Poffo. So, pretty cool. Okay. I have a better chance of figuring out what my wife is thinking than trying to pick a winner in this one, so I give up. That's kind of funny. All right. Let's go. Leaping Lanny Poffo and Hercules Hernandez. Hercules smashes Poffo with a chair. Somehow Poffo is not bloody. Herc's got the backbreaker. He's using it for a pin. Going for it. 1. 1 count. Poffo kicks out. Hernandez is using the ropes after an elbow on the groin. 1. That sounds painful. 2. Poffo kicks out. And starts to... Okay. Herc with the elbow drop. Goes for the pin. 1. 2. 2 count. Poffo fighting back. He's using a claw for damage. Hercules with the elbow drop again. Another pin attempt. 1. 2. No. Okay. Hercules after a pile driver going for the pinfall. 1. No. 2. Poffo kicks out. Hercules is really trying to win this fight. Now, because he lost his first round fight to JYD by DQ, so Hercules, he's pulling the trunks after a body slam. The referee sees it and says, "Not on my watch." Herc uses the top rope to violently choke Lanny Poffo. Okay. Hercules, after a body slam, is now going and causes severe shock to the lower lumbar region, is going for the pinfall. 1. 2. Poffo kicks out. But this is not looking good for Leapin' Lanny. Hercules Hernandez sadistically rips into the forehead of Lanny Poffo with his teeth. Yikes. Poffo, in his first round match, had a double DQ against Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, which is very odd. 2 faces with a double DQ. Hercules stomps Lanny Poffo out on the ringside floor, and now Poffo is a bloody mess. Somehow, though, he gets control, hits a flying knee drop, and is going for the pinfall. No, Hercules kicks out before the 1 count. Oh, that's a chump way to win. But Lanny Poffo clotheslines Hercules Hernandez while outside the ring, staggering Herc. Poffo barely beats the referee's count, but Herc is counted out. So Poffo wins by count out in 19 minutes and 36 seconds. And whoops. That one's given a 2-star rating. We are not having the best matches on this block. Hercules Hernandez is going for post-match action. He hammers away, punch after punch. Other wrestlers and the referee finally break him up. Okay, good. Now, we go to the UWF. We go all the way down here, and we're looking for Jack Victory. And a UWF champion, Hacksaw Jim Duggan. All right, this should be one-sided. Tommy says the opera is over, even though the fat lady has not sung, because Jim Duggan will win this match. Yeah, I have a feeling that this is all Jim Duggan, but we'll see. I guess I should have been doing this before. Jack Victory in his previous match beat Terry Taylor by countout. And Jim Duggan lost his match to Savannah Jack by DQ. So, here we go. Jack Victory, Jim Duggan. Victory after a driving body slam, going for the pin. 1. Count. Duggan after a series of chops, going for the pinfall. 1. 2. No, Victory kicks out. Our first Royal Rumble winner, by the way. Or the winner of the first Royal Rumble. And I'm pretty sure Jack Victory was in ECW. I could be wrong on that. Later on, in the 90s. Duggan, after a ring-shaking body slam, is going for the pin. 1. 2. Nope, Victory kicks out. Test of strength. A lot of punches. Very even so far. Duggan using the spinning toe hold. Jim Duggan throws the referee over the top rope. What? So Victory wins by DQ. That was a dumb way to lose. He deserves to lose points in this competition. Half-star for that. Are we going to have a good match this block or what? Because everything's just been meh so far. Wow. And Jim Duggan, UWF champion, 0-2, 2 DQ losses, which means he's actually negative points. All right. Going to world class, we have a Von Erich sighting. We're going to have 2 of them in a row here. We have Kevin, the only one left alive, actually, of the brothers. And he is going to fight Brian Adias, who I think we have as a heel. Yes. So in their first round fights, Kevin Von Erich was pinned by Rick Rude, and Brian Adias fought to a double countout with Chris Adams. I should do this here for the future, you know. I should have done this at the beginning. I forgot. And then we're in the opera again because Kevin Von Erich's win this match. They said that about Jim Duggan, and he was an idiot. He threw the referee over the top rope. It's enough to throw the wrestler over the top rope, but the referee? Come on, man. All your snot get in your eyes or something? All right, here we go. Kevin Von Erich and Brian Adias. Ooh. Von Erich kicks Brian Adias in the face, and now Brian Adias has a nasty cut on the side of his nose. He's bleeding. Interesting. And Adias is now mad. He's using a camel clutch. He's going on an offensive tear. Here comes, okay, they're back and forth. Brian Adias with a backslide, a form of the most devastating move in all of professional wrestling. Doesn't even get a 1 count. Gee whiz, these matches are not going well today. Kevin Von Erich hits the concrete floor very hard and is dazed. He gets counted out because he's oblivious. Adias wins by countout in 6 minutes and 55 seconds. And that was a 1.5 star match. We haven't even had a 3-star match yet in this block. Wow. So now Brian Adias has a win, and Kevin Von Erich is 0-2. What is going on? All right, now we're getting another Von Erich, kind of. I don't think he's a real Von Erich, but it's Lance Von Erich. And he will be fighting Buzz Sawyer. And that laugh is an inside joke. The person who it's for will get it. You'll have a better shot at picking lottery numbers than predicting how this one will go. All right. In the first match, Lance Von Erich lost to Steve Simpson by DQ, and Buzz Sawyer fought to a double countout with Matt Bourne. All right, here we go. Buzz Sawyer using the ropes after a reverse chop to the throat. Not even a 1 count. Way too early for that. Sawyer. Von Erich has his foot on the ropes after a body slam, but the referee doesn't see it yet. And he kicks out. Buzz Sawyer gets a leg drop across the chest. He's going for a pinfall. Not even a 1 count. Come on. What is going on here? Buzz Sawyer's ally, I don't know who one of his allies would have been, slides into the ring and starts beating on Lance Von Erich. The referee has no choice but to give Von Erich the DQ victory in only 5 minutes and 3 seconds. And Buzz Sawyer's beating on his ally right now. I mean, because now Buzz Sawyer just lost. And he's losing points now, and that's a half star. Let's see if we can figure out who his ally is from back then. Let's see. I'm guessing this is, who did he just fight? This is World Class. He formed a team with Matt Bourne. So Matt Bourne came out because they fought to a double count out. Okay, I see. So now he's mad at Matt Bourne, but they won't have another fight. All right. Wow. Moving on to our last match of this block, we have the Magnificent Morocco versus the Junkyard Dog. All right. The prediction is go ahead and pick a winner in this one, and I'll take the other guys. We both have an equal chance of being right. Okay? In their first round battle, Morocco was pinned by King Kong Bundy, and JYD beat Hercules Hernandez by DQ. Every one of these matches has been kind of a dud. No 3-star matches yet. Let's see if this can save the block. Morocco fighting dirty. JYD fighting back. Morocco is using the ropes after a painful, brutal backbreaker, going for the pin. 1 count. JYD kicks out. Morocco going for the pin after an illegal chop to the throat. Not even a 1 count. JYD is really tough. I think JYD is one of those guys that maybe should have had a world title run somewhere. You know, I mean, he was really good in the Mid-South and if I maybe Mid-South. I know that he was really good wherever he was before WWF. And then in WWF he was just basically like a fan favorite. Go out there and act like an idiot on all fours and bark and stuff with your chain. And I just kind of feel like he should have been something a little bit more. I mean, at the very least, an Intercontinental Champion. But, you know, I'm not Vince McMahon, so maybe he'll do good in this and make it to the finals. Okay, they're just battering each other. Morocco hits JYD with the point of his elbow on JYD's head. He's going for the pin. 1, 2. No, JYD kicks out emphatically after the 2 count. He hits the big thump power slam out of nowhere. Here he goes. 1, 2, 3. He pins Don Morocco clean in the middle of the ring. Whoops. After 13 minutes and 36 seconds, and that is our first 3-star match of this block. So JYD is 2-0, and Morocco's been pinned twice. Interesting. All right, hopefully when I do this again, the next block will be a little bit better matches. This has been Lacing Up the Boots. Hope you like that title. And let me know what you thought of these fights. I mean, I know that, you know, the DQ and the count out are a big deal, but I mean, 5 matches in a row with one of those was pretty rough to go through. I love it, though. This is such a good simulation of wrestling from that time. And that's why I like it. That's why I'm doing what I'm doing. Anyway, I'll see you all next time with something else.